Yo, what's up, guys? Woo! Happy Friday. Let's see if all you can jump on right now. I have some cool people that'll be jumping on with me. The 333 Tribe. What up, what up, what up? I like that name, Playboy Caddy. What's up? What's good, fam? So good to see you guys. What's up, Ashton? Yeah, what up? Thank you guys for taking some time to join. I am here in Seattle. I am lucky. WeWork actually was open. It's literally empty. This entire office is completely empty, guys. But yo, my man Richie, what's good, bro? I miss you, man. Pray for humanity. Big ups to Pray for Humanity. My friend Richie Hussain is here, guys. He has an amazing nonprofit called Pray for Humanity. Looking forward to collaborating more. And everybody, real quick, do me a favor, just drop your first name and where you are in the world right now. I just love seeing everybody from around the world. We have such a cool global community. So just real fast, and then I'm going to bring on, you guys know I do the 333 Tribe. The reason why is because ever since I turned 33 years old, I had a huge transformation, awakening. I really just rebuilt my relationship with God, with myself. I changed my life. I just transformed. I really had an awakening and reconnecting to my soul, my heart. I started just doing a lot of spiritual work, and it just allowed me to really find happiness, fulfillment, regardless of all the materialistic things and money and all the power that I've been able to go out and look to achieve. I really started to go within. So 33 has been this number that's been super transformational for me. Also the year Jesus resurrected, as well as I see it everywhere now. Like 33 is like my angel number sign. So we're going to bring on some of the tribe that's been commenting on my post. Let's see. We got India in the house. What's up? Leaders, great leaders. I love it. We got Alex from Uganda. That's what's up. Kamina from Michigan, Detroit. We got Chris from New York. We got Iris from West Palm Beach. We got Max from the UK. We got Nick from Florida. We got Hakeem from New York. We got Ashton from Dallas. We got Ty from Canada. Let's see. Yo, we got such a tribe. What's going on? Go. I feel you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for taking a moment to join with me. Jordan from Ontario. My man Richie going to the Hamptons right now. I love it. We got Naresh from India. We got Brooklyn in the house. What's up, Drevin? So guys, we got a global community in here. Thank you for taking a moment to be with me. I'm going to bring a couple people on here that have been supporting me for a while, and then just really just diving in with them. And just the first person is my man Max, guys. So let's see what he's got going on. What's up, Shadi, my man? One of the greatest CEOs, young CEOs out here, crushing the game. Good to see you.
Yeah, Rob, what's going on, my brother? How is it?
What's up, Max? What's popping, boy?
Good, it's good. How's it going with you?
Oh, it's good. It's good, man. I'm excited. It's a beautiful day, Friday. I'm alive. God renewed my contract. So feeling so blessed, man. So much gratitude. And I just want to start off by just saying, man, thank you. Thank you for commenting and engaging with my posts, following my journey as a conscious leader and entrepreneur. And I just was curious to get to know you, bro. Would love to know, where are you at in the world? What are your goals? What are you achieving right now?
That's it. So I'm in the UK, and I'm really gone on. What I appreciate about your stuff now is you've got the platform to bring consciouspreneurs to the forefront. That is making it actually a cool thing to do, because there's so many people out there that are just entrepreneurship or just spiritual, and now it's combining, and it's making it so great to see. So yeah, myself, I do hypnotherapy, and I coach people, and I really help people really break down their blocks, traumas, and help them progress to their next stage in life. Because my story, put it in short, very similar to yourself. Mine was more, rather than selling drugs, it was taking drugs and really ruining my life, and then anxiety, depression, and myself out of it with things like hypnotherapy. And now I do that to help other people. It's the part of the service that comes with your message, your message. I love that quote. I heard it from Russell Brunson. I was like, your message, your message. And now I do that to help people.
Yeah, I love that, bro. I mean, it's so true, man. Our message becomes our message, and so much of the things that we're so insecure about, all our fears, all the pain we've gone through, all the scars. I've been through so much. We all have, right? Like every single one of us has a story. Every single one of us has been through some shit, and the more that we can like really acknowledge what we've been through, not be ashamed of it, not feel like a failure because of the shit you've been through, but like own all of it and share those experiences, man. You become relatable and you really connect to people. And I think we're finally getting past the time of like perfectionism where everybody on the gram wants to be perfect. Everybody wants to look perfect. It's not cool anymore, you know, like actually showing that you've been through some, you know, through some adversity in your life and you have resilience is powerful, man, because the whole world is going through that. So thank you for your work, man. Thank you for doing what you do because it's powerful. So talk to me a little bit about, for those that don't know what hypnotherapy is and what do you see, why is it important, and what do you see are like some of the common subconscious blocks that you help people to break through?
It's childhood. It's always stems back down to childhood, because from age 0 to 7, I'm sure you're aware of this. I'm sure you listen to a lot of the read the books and listen to a lot of people. I've noticed you've been reading a lot of Joe Dispenza, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and love the book, love it. But essentially from the age of 0 to 7, we're in that stage that is completely open. We're in that theta state of mind, which is just programmable. So if you can be programmed through that time, if you're told constantly and little things like you don't deserve this toy because you've been bad, or you don't deserve this, we can take those programs on through the rest of our life, which really holds us back. And something so small in our childhood can end up being something that holds us back for 50, 60 years. And what with hypnotherapy, what it does, it allows you to get to the root cause, rather than saying, I know what the problem is and just guessing it. You're actually going to the root cause, which is that of, and the analogy I like to use is like a tree. You could chop every branch off of a tree, but that tree can still grow. You take the root out, that tree's gone, that can't grow. There's no way it can grow. So the way that I use hypnotherapy is going into the subconscious mind, and you're really just changing those programs, because once you assess it, you address it, and it just allows you to really tear it down, and come to terms with it and really just say, enough's enough. I need to make this change. And
you know, that's powerful, bro. I just want to say, like, everybody, I want you all to be real with me right now. Comment what has been one childhood trauma or something that happened to you when you were young that you feel created a pattern in your adult life that maybe now you've recognized and you've healed and you've been able to really address the root of that problem and where it stemmed from when you were young. You know, for me, one of them that I talk about is, for me, fearing disappointment, which has caused me in life to eventually people please and be a quick start and almost like manifest that like disappointment of expectations of others. And it stemmed from because of disappointing my family, my parents, when I was that age, when I was really, really young, because I wasn't the kid in school that was able to get the honor roll A's and B's. I wasn't the kid that was able to get first string in sports. You know, I started hustling weed in high school. My father caught me, and I'll never forget the day he told me, like, you know, you're a disappointment to this family, and when you get caught, don't call home. So those things that happened from school, from teachers, from parents, disappointing, never reaching that potential that I felt I had in school and in sports growing up, followed me later on. But it also allowed me to hustle, and like, even though it caused me to want to prove myself to the world, it helped me to achieve so much. But I had to then eventually address that root later in my life, because it became a pattern, you know, throughout my entire life. So I'm just curious, guys, what has been a pattern in your life that you have like discovered now that you're getting older now, of something that happened when you were young that might have followed you? And I'm just curious, bro. So, and then what has been one for you, Max? Like, what has been something that you have vulnerably, you know, can share with us?
And that's one big thing, is being vulnerable. Not enough men are allowed to be vulnerable. That's why I put everything out there. If someone can say, you used to take cocaine like 4 times a week, and I was like, I did. And I admit that. I say my past. And
yeah,
of
me, course,
it was people pleasing. I always wanted to be the top of the group, and I would change groups of friends. I've had like multiple groups of friends. I lost all my friends, every single one of them, because I had to get out. And it was the state that I wanted to be at the top, but I was always trying to please the person at the top. So I would be that suck up. I would be that one that would do whatever it takes. If like when I used to, because I'm completely sober of drugs, drink, and everything now. But I used to always be the one that would be like, yeah, I'll drive to the parties because I can get in with the bigger group of friends. I can like have everyone's back and stuff like that. And for me, it was people pleasing. And when I got to the understanding where it was just, who cares? Who cares what you do? Like, you, be your truth, be who you are meant to be, and don't allow the words of others dictate how you're going to live your life. Because once I let go of that, like, I remember I started posting on social media, and people would, that I knew they were watching my stuff, and I was getting anxiety, like, to the max, like, extreme. And I was like, oh my God. And then I really just sat down and really addressed it and was like, they're not living my life. I don't see them anymore. I've left that life behind. Like, I don't do anything with drugs anymore. I don't partake in violence anymore. I'm complete opposite. So I was like, why should I care what they think about me? And that was the biggest shift for me. It was really when I was just like, why do I care? Why do I do this? And then it's just that direction of where you're going to go after addressing why you do it.
Yeah, so what's one tip that you have for someone that has that pattern? I saw a couple of people that are saying that they have like the people pleaser syndrome. What is like a tip that you have, other than probably hitting you up and maybe getting a session? What is like a tip that people that we can start to do right now to break through and become aware of where these patterns are in our life?
But first biggest one is literally stop. Just stop comparing, stop looking, and really just assess where you are. Because you need to first see, like I said, you need to know why you're doing it. What's making you actually people please? Like, what is it you actually want? A lot of people, they want to be seen as successful. Okay, brilliant. Let's find a new route to success rather than people pleasing. And then really, my biggest one is, I'm sure you've probably heard of it as well in NLP, because I do a bit of NLP, is really modeling something that works, modeling someone that works. So finding that one person, for me, it was Tony Robbins. And I literally dedicate everything I've ever done to just watching his content when I first started out. Now I sort of am very diverse, people like yourself.
Who was it?
Tony Robbins.
Got it.
Yeah. Now I'm very diverse with people like Joe Dispenza, yourself, a lot of people, and that have really helped me through my life. But Tony Robbins opened me up. And find someone who's got a similar story to you. When I listen to his story, I'm like, shit, that is my story. That is literally me. Like, what he's been through. Like, why can't I go from absolutely nothing to something of that big one day? What's actually stopping me? Myself. So that's where I started to look at it, and I started to really just address it and just say, okay, what did he do? He read books. I can't read. I couldn't read. When I left school, I couldn't read. I generally couldn't read. I taught myself to read books. Then I went with audiobooks because they were easier for me to consume. So I worked for me, and then I just started modeling the patterns that he did. Okay, he started coaching people. I'm going to coach people. But the biggest one was not wanting just the outcome. It's actually wanting the process. And I truly enjoy the process of helping people, coaching people, reading the books, learning and things like that. So that was the biggest thing. It was understanding the process is the point.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, bro. So I want to give you some time also to ask me any questions that you have, bro. How can I serve you? Again, you won the comment giveaway, so thank you for commenting on my post. Thank you for being part of the 333 tribe. I don't know if you've been seeing that number more frequently now.
I haven't.
But yeah, man, what question do you have for me?
My biggest question right now would be, what would you recommend? Because my business is, well, hypnotherapy, consulting, coaching. So it's more ideally on a one-to-one basis. That's what I'm doing at the minute. I'm at a stage right now where the business took off and it made a nice lump sum to start with, and it was doing really well, and then it just sort of started to fizzle out a little bit. And I was curious to see what your approach would be for a coach or consultant or therapist in regards to not just social media, because quite frankly, I can't see any company working without social media, because all my stuff's through social media. So I'm curious to know, how would a company even run without social media?
Well, I can tell you how, but what is your goal? Like, is it like wanting to get more clients, make more money? Do you have a financial goal in place? Do you have a certain amount of people that you're trying to reach? Just curious. Are you clear on what that goal is financially and from an impact standpoint?
So financially, my goal that I originally wanted, I hit in my not my first month. It's been like 5 years from my journey, but my first month of really getting crystal clear on it, I hit that, and then it sort of fizzled out a little bit.
Got it.
But in regards to reach, like, I'm starting to get a lot more traction on different social media platforms and reach more people. But my biggest thing is I want to have a big enough or being like enough of an authority to be able to start running events. Like I like Joe Dispenza's retreat events, and I want to start retreats. But I know there's a process before I get there. There's a lot more I need to do in order to get there. But yeah, it's really just making myself a known figure for what I do, because I know the work's powerful, and I know that I'm just constantly creating content or working with someone. And I'm really just curious of what your next step would be in knowing that my end outcome is the retreats, the weekly retreats.
Yeah. So there's just a few things that come up for me. First and foremost, my first $10 million company that I built when I was in my mid-20s. How old are you?
22.
Wow. First and foremost, bro, I just want to tell you, man, you're doing it, man. You're really, really doing it. 22 years old. You seem like you have an amazing head on your shoulders. You're already, really, really invested in learning these modalities, studying people like Dr. Joe Dispenza, breaking through those patterns, learning NLP. So I just want to honor you that you are so far along, man. It's unbelievable that it's bigger. Whatever you think you're going to be creating, just trust me, it's bigger, because that's the reason why you're on this live right now. You made it on this live with me. It means that you are aligned, man. You are aligned, and that like 100% the universe is conspiring to help you, to push you. God is with you and bringing you up. That's first and foremost. Secondly, the way that I built my first $10 million business, believe it or not, wasn't because I was a personal brand. I didn't start my personal brand and start using social media for me to become a thought leader until I exited my second company at 30 years old. So the way that I built it really was by a referral network. So you really just need to really look at how are you creating a system and putting a system in place where you're getting people real results. You're fucking great at what you do. And as you get them results, you're going out there, you're getting testimonials from them, and you're asking them for referrals. Because most of my business, when I was in my mid-20s, that became $10 million, was because I was so good at what I did. My clients were always doing two things. There's three ways to really make more money, right? In a business. Most people think there's like hundreds of ways. There's three core ways. One, you charge more money, so your price goes up. Like DJ Khaled, right? He started popping off. He's getting hotter music, growing his brand. You can raise your prices. The other thing is you could actually get your customers to buy from you more frequently. So go back to your customers and come up with it's called direct response marketing, but come up with new offers for them. Bring them into a membership. Give them an event that you're going to create, a retreat that you're going to create. Come up with a course for part of your audience that may not be able to afford some of your higher ticket items, right? But get people to buy from you more frequently. And one of the greatest ways as well is not just raising your price, not getting people to just buy more frequently from you, but also like I just really believe in the referral network. So go and get them to refer you business, because when you're so good, people will continue to buy more from you, continue to create more. You can raise your prices, get them to, and then again, have them and build a referral network where there's an incentive and they're always referring people, because their network is there's always going to be like 2 or 3 people in their network, and a lot of the business should be coming from that inner circle of your clients. But you have to nurture that. You have to come up with like a process that in place to get to ask them for those referrals and to give them an incentive for those referrals as well. So those are some tips that I would give to you.
Definitely, I appreciate it. I genuinely appreciate that. It's because I've passed the phase of sort of like, I need this tomorrow. I want the cars. I want the watches. I'm over that. I still love that, and I will have that one day. But I don't need anything tomorrow. I'm not trying to rush my process. I've worked on, because I know you're friends with Yaya, and I've worked through with one of his courses, and that helped me align my just my marketing, just like the basic marketing, and really just understanding it. And then I worked with myself to wipe out my imposter syndrome, to know I've got the ability to do it. So I genuinely appreciate your advice, and I'll definitely put that into play.
No doubt. Cool. And we can definitely go deeper. Let's keep in touch. Shoot me a DM. Let's stay in touch. And bro, even though you can really build I've seen it, I've done it. You could build an 8-figure business that's purposeful, literally through referrals, literally through building a movement, through word of mouth marketing, being great at what you do, nurturing your customers and your community, and is just over delivering for them, over delivering. And then that will continue to spread. I've done that. But again, double down on your personal brand, right? Instead of thinking like, how can I do this without social media? Why not use social media as that tool to
Yeah.
help you to reach more lives by doing things like this? You know,
Mm.
just batching content, creating more, and figure out what platform works for you. You know,
Mm.
like, is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Is it YouTube? Maybe it's you writing a book. Maybe
Mm.
it's you doing more, you know, speaking engagements.
Yeah.
But figuring out what platform is like your number one platform. Sometimes some people right now are going all in on TikTok and they're blowing up and making crazy amounts of money because they're doubling down on what platform is the
Mm.
platform they feel relates to them and who they are. So just
Yeah.
figure out what that platform is, man, and go all in on it.
Mm. It's interesting actually, because I heard Gary Vaynerchuk talking about TikTok, and in the last year I gained 106,000 followers on TikTok, and I was just like, what the hell?
Woo! Wow,
It
bro, it's huge.
blew up in one night. I got 15,000 followers. I was like, how is that even possible?
Wow.
So I'm working on that. YouTube, I'm really dialing down at the minute because I want my long form content out there because I want the juicy information.
Yeah.
That's been on that 2 years straight, 300 subscribers, and I've been working and working, and I've posted nearly 300, 200, 300 videos on there, and it's just not done anything. And I was like, right, that's it. I'm sticking with it.
There's strategy. That's why there's strategy. I mean, it's definitely
Mm.
consistency, but there's definitely strategy as well. So how you're tagging, and again, like you talked about earlier with the with NLP and like modeling, like you just model too. Like find some thought leaders that you feel you relate to you that are in your industry, and look at what works, and then be able to model that. So, but there's definitely some tagging. One of my clients, Mike Gerard, he
Mhm.
has a really great teaching on YouTube. So I would tell you to look up Mike Gerard. He's one of my clients. He's great at understanding how to monetize and optimize YouTube. But bro, I got to get a couple more of the live stream winners on. It was a pleasure to connect with you.
Likewise.
I look forward to coming back to the UK and vibing with you. If you come to the States, hit me up. And yeah, let's keep in touch. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing me on. I appreciate all your advice, Gerard, and I appreciate all the stuff you've done for me in the past. You probably don't even know, but appreciate it.
No doubt, brother. Keep being the leader, right? Keep showing up. Thanks for
100%.
your work, bro. Peace.
Bless. See you later.
Cool. That's what's up. So Max was dope. I appreciate him. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. You see, we got Devon, we got John, and then we'll go Devin. So I got John coming up. I had a live with John last week, and then it fell off. But let's see if we can bring him back on here. There he is.
What's going on, my man?
What's good? What's good, bro? Thank you for being patient with me, man. We tried to do that live last week and we lost service, but I'm happy we had an opportunity to reconnect.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. And I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to get on. So I'm cool with it. We're both busy. Stuff pops up. So
Nice. Well, bro, again, man, why don't you just update us? I mean, you've been crushing it. I know that you've done really well. You're building out a team. You're probably breaking records within your network marketing business, but just give us a quick who you are, what your business is, where you're from, and then let's dive into what question you have.
yeah, man. So I always date my journey back to age 14. And the reason I connected with you so well is because I got caught selling a $5 bag of weed in history class and got expelled from school, had to do 200 hours of community service before I could return. And it was like one of those things where I didn't know how I was going to become successful. I thought I was going to be stuck behind the fry later at McDonald's the rest of my life. You know what I mean? But I turned that around to be my driving force, to make sure, like, it was a make or break moment. I was like, I'm going to make myself become successful because of this. A little bit forward, I got into the school of my dreams, couldn't afford it. I had to end up commuting to a local community college my first year. And that was like, all right, I'm figuring this out, man, like whatever it takes. And then at age 18, I was introduced to entrepreneurship. And my first network marketing business, we built huge momentum. It was actually with Vima or Verve, if you've ever heard of it, but huge movement at our campus. We're growing to other schools. Like on the weekends, instead of partying, we're going to doing events. And ultimately that failed. But throughout college, I just kept building businesses. Like we had one where we were busing students to off-campus parties and events. We were flipping textbooks during finals week, and I'd be standing outside lecture halls, literally offering people cash for their books as they walked out. And sometimes we'd make like 15 to 20K on our team of 5 people in a week from just that hustle. Trading stocks, man, flipping sports jerseys online. Like we tried it all. But by the end of college, I ended up getting my degree in applied mathematics and economics, and I stuck it out. But the second network marketing business I joined popped off, and I was earning a residual income that was more than what most of my friends were making going into the corporate world. So I decided to take a year. I moved to Florence, Italy. I got into club promotion there, so I was promoting clubs all throughout Florence. I know, like, literally, I've seen your post, and Florence has got a dope nightlife scene. So
Yeah,
promoting
I love
clubs,
Florence.
dude. Space, if you've ever been there, it's lit. But yeah, man, I just met so many people, learned so many skills, and by the end of my experience there, just ready to take my business to the next level. So I went through some serious personal growth, dropped a lot of limiting beliefs from my first network marketing business, and it just exploded, man. Like, we have thousands of distributors. We have, like, I was in the top 10 earners in our company for ages 25 and under the past 3 years. I just published my first book. I've been able to invest in some businesses I'm passionate about. But the reason I really connected with you was because I was listening to Ed Milet's podcast, and he interviewed you. And it, like, what you're doing is exactly what my vision was. And it was like so many of our parts of our story was similar. And it was just like crazy to like just hear you speak and like how similar our thinking is and like how similar the impact I want to make is. So
Wow.
ever since then, bro, just been following you and like working on making as big of an impact possible. Like, I feel like what I want to do now is help other people achieve at the highest level. And like, I feel like, so I guess getting into my question for you, like, you got into leadership a little bit last time, but taking it to that level that I want to and make the impact I want and envision myself making via entrepreneurship and helping people with their mindset. Like, I've gotten my business to this level, but it's like, and I've started digging my well, right? I wrote my book, I started a podcast, I have my social media, like, I work on that a lot. But what's your advice from like get to that level of becoming that mentor for other people and transitioning? Like, I'm still going to build my network marketing business all in, but I want to help people on a much larger level than that in the meantime, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that that's so tied to so many of our purpose. I think I'm curious, like, how many of you guys that are watching this live feel aligned to his story, you know, and what he's had to go through and how he's grinded on the weekends and ultimately this calling to serve others. Like, as you're rising up, as you're making more money, as you're creating more success for yourself, you want to help others along the way. And I think that's true leadership is at the end of the day, when you want to make the people around you better, right? And you want to inspire them to take action on their own life and guide them as what works for you. And I commend you for wanting to do that. And I feel like getting really clear as to who it is that you're looking to really help. Is it this next generation? Is it specifically entrepreneurs? Is it specifically around their mindset? You know, really figuring out what is the path that you want to create and what is the problem that you're helping people to solve, and just getting very, very clear on that. And really, I think it's embodying that, you know, like leading by example. And really, like you said, you've been doubling down on your book, on your podcast, on social media. So it's all of that, you know, and it's doing it and it's being committed to that work every day. It's like complete lifestyle. You know, no matter where I go, I'm always just embodying what it means to truly be a leader. I'm listening. I'm not always the one in the room that's always trying to also, you know, coach others. I'm like, I think for you, like, the advice I would have for you, man, is do this more. Like, continue to learn and put yourself in rooms where you're gaining mentors in your life. You're asking questions. You're getting inspired by others, and then continue to take that baton and then doing that for your tribe, you know. And usually that's for a group of individuals that's right before you, right? That's trying to get to where you're at, but maybe they haven't launched their podcast, or they haven't launched their first business yet. And you're starting to be that voice for them, for that next Gen Z generation. And it's just showing up as much as you can every single day, embodying it, and then really creating a container, a safe container. So figuring out what that container looks like for you. And that could be a Facebook group. That could be you doing meetups like I used to do. Like, I would fly into Miami or I'd fly into LA. And as much as I'm there because I'm looking at investments and, you know, I'm doing my personal things, I'd be like, yo, meet me here at this hotel lobby. Anyone who wants to meet me, I'll be there at 5 o'clock for free, and let's jam. And whatever. In the beginning, it was like 5 people showing up. And then eventually, because of me documenting that, next thing you know, it's 20 people. Next thing you know, it's 50 people. And I just started doing these city meetups for free, like Charlie's doing right now. And it's building tribe, right? So, like, figure out what tribe means for you to create community. I feel like community is the new currency, and that you got to figure out what that looks like for you, whether that's a Facebook group, Slack group, Instagram group, in person, but really start to build community and get it from being online to offline. Figure out how you're going to motivate people online, but then figure out how can you take that and actually create a container in person, because that's where real transformation happens, because now you're meeting people face to face. We forget that these 57 people that are watching us right now, like these are 57 real, entrepreneurs that are out here looking to step into a new level of leadership and ascension and service. And someone's truly going to be inspired. And I think figuring out how you can move those 57 people, 60 people, and get them into this a container where you can really start to serve consistently and go more in depth beyond just like the social media posts. Like now you can actually get people to feel safe to open up vulnerably about where they're actually at, what their pain points are, and then create courses and products and events and opportunities for them to bring them on a path to help them to achieve their goals. Does that align with you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like I do have a good amount of clarity. Like my vision right now is I want to help 1 million people achieve more time and financial freedom in their life in some way, shape, or form, whether it's through my network marketing business, my books. I'm in the middle of recording a course right now, like just grinding. But yeah, I think it's more like I see people like you, right? And your last company you sold for $50 million. And I'm like, great. In terms, I'm 26. And I don't compare myself ever, because this is just a game against yourself. But I'm like, all right, so we do multiple 7 figures a year in product sales in our business. But I'm like, I guess I didn't sell a $50 million company. Where's like the authority level, I guess, really? Is it really just because do I just keep going all in on my business and then build my brand on the side and like keep putting out the books and the podcasts and the courses? Like, I guess that's where, because there's just so many people out there that are trying to teach and coach that really haven't done anything. And I don't feel that way, but I guess it's just like the level that I've done it on so far.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I would tell you, bro, like, there's no doubt about that. I'm blessed that I was able to have that exit, but I didn't build that company to have an exit. And I remember that when I was building Elite Daily, I was so passionate about it, but I got so caught up in the game of proving myself to the point where like, I was like, man, and it was really because the media industry didn't even see my company Elite Daily as a real media company. Mm-hmm. So what happened was, I started getting attacked. Like, oh, these are just a bunch of kids, college kids. They're naive. They don't have a journalist degree. They don't know what the hell they're doing. It's some stupid little blog. Like, I got a lot of hate on. So then I was like, fuck, like I really want to gain credibility. So I ended up raising venture capital. I ended up building a relationship. And I threw a party where I invited TechCrunch and all these big publications to come and meet us and see what we built that allowed them to write about us. And then I went out, and here was a big key. It's like my advisors, like if I were you, like I'll make one point is like the fact that I surrounded myself with big time advisors. Like John Steinberg was the COO of BuzzFeed, who moved to the Daily Mail, because I went and built a relationship with him at a speaking engagement, and then pitched him, and we built a relationship where he became an advisor. That's what led me to an exit that I didn't even want to have an exit. And that gave me credibility, but it was unexpected. I actually didn't even want to sell the company. And I started my personal brand after that, which then, of course, I had credibility. But if there's one thing I wish I did, bro, was start my personal brand earlier. Like, actually start to do what I'm doing now when I was your age, when I was 26 years old. So you may look at like, G had an exit, and he had these things. Bro, you're further along than I am, because I didn't even start doing what you're doing, writing a book, doing a podcast, creating a community. I wish I started earlier. And, I got caught up in looking at Gary Vaynerchuk and looking at what he did and looking at how he created content. You just got to remember, bro, continue to remember that you're in your own lane. You're in your own journey. And I can already see how sharp you are. This is your vibe. You're a sharp dude, man. You don't play. That's the reason why you were in college, not playing around, going to those frat parties, but going and hustling. So just embrace your lane and just step into embodying truly who you are, your own story. And before you know it, man, you're going to continue to reach new levels, 7 figures, as long as you continue to surround yourself And it's like the 33, as much as it's the 333 giveaway, really the 33% rule is something that I do genuinely believe in. It's like 33% of your network should be people that are ahead of you, that you want to learn from. Invest into their masterminds, join their shit, you know, go and like track them down at the events they're speaking at, build relationships. My show is a blessing because now I can text Ed Milet. I was just texting Ed 2 nights ago. We were texting back and forth. You know, the things that he says to me, I'm like, damn, it's so fucking amazing that this guy, I can text him. I can text Gary. I can text these people because I built a relationship, providing value to them through my show. And, you know, I would tell you, and investing in their stuff. So go and invest in their things, their masterminds, their speaking events. If they have things that they're passionate about from a philanthropy standpoint, go and like volunteer, go and donate. You know, I do a lot of philanthropy that also got me relationships because they see that I'm impact driven. So there's things that you could be doing from a philanthropy standpoint, that's social impact work, that's leadership. And real leaders out there respect that. It's not just how many exits you have, how much money you have, how many followers you have. It's like, who are you at the core? Behind all that shit, all those labels, like, who are you? And that's the reason why one of the hardest people in the world to build a relationship with, to gain respect from, is Eric Thomas. E.T., the hip hop preacher, man, that guy does not play. He's like, you know, going after a Nobel Peace Prize. Like, you got to be about this life with E.T. to build a relationship. I built a relationship with E.T. because he saw that I was in Newark fucking serving inner city kids, not talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone talking about everything that's happening in the world. Like, no, I have a program that I go in the inner city and I'm in those classrooms and I'm working with kids. And I don't get paid for that. I'm giving for that. So it's like, figure out how you can attach a cause to what you're doing beyond launching courses and all that stuff. How can you like hands-on go and get involved with a cause and donate your time? And that's real leadership, and leaders will recognize that and build up your relationships with high-powered people. 33% of them should be above you. 33% of them should be at your level, your friends, your circle, and 33% should be the people that you want to help and guide and bring up. Mm-hmm. That would be my advice, man. Look, I got to bring one more person on, and then I have an interview after this, so I got to jump. But I really vibe with you. Shoot me an email, ga@gerardadams.com. Let's continue the conversation. Let's build a relationship. And where do you live, bro? Where are you from?
I'm in Connecticut right now, but I've been living all over, man. I was most recently in Manhattan, and after this, could go to Columbia. I don't know, anywhere, man. I can work from anywhere. So I appreciate you, though, man. I appreciate the time, and I'll shoot you an email for sure.
Absolutely, man. Let's continue to talk, man.
Thank you. Later, bro.
Brother, peace. All right, so I got one more. Before I bring him on, I got a text. All right, guys. So bringing on one more 333 comment giveaway to John. That was cool. I really appreciate his questions and what he's doing, man. So continue to make sure you follow John, and then let's bring on Devin. Let me see. What's good, Devin?
Gerard?
What's up, bro?
How you been?
I'm great, bro. I'm great. First and foremost, bro, thank you so much for your tenacity and following and commenting and engaging. And bro, I just appreciate your support. I appreciate you being a part of our tribe, and I'm looking forward to just hearing a little bit about your journey as a young entrepreneur and how I can help you, man, how I can serve. But thanks for being part of the 333 tribe, bro.
No problem, dude. I admire your consciousness, and that's initially why I followed you, just because of the faith that I saw in you, and the faith that you have, and just like how open you are. So I really appreciate that from you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I really appreciate that, man. It's because of you and the rest of the tribe that engages and that's here, like, why I do this. You know, it gives me, it really just, I just feel called, you know, I feel called to create this content and open up to all of you guys. And I can't wait to meet you all in person and see you all just elevate, because we need leaders more than ever before right now, bro. We really, really do. The world is hurting. You know, the planet's hurting. Humanity is suffering. We got a lot of shit going down around us. So we need leaders, especially in this next generation. So how can I support you on your leader's journey?
Well, I guess right now I'm 19 years old and I'm living in Orlando, and I haven't really done much on my entrepreneurship journey. Currently, I have a podcast right now, which I think you might know about because I've been reaching out to Charlotte to see when I can get you on my podcast. And I've reached out to other leaders, but I currently am doing an internship and trying to learn more of the media and marketing side of things and building up my knowledge and expertise in that. And so I'm doing my podcast so I can kind of reach out to leaders like yourself and other people. Like I've had Evan Carmichael on. I've had on, Trent Shelton. And I've had on some other bigger people. But I'm trying to kind of fast track or build up my way in mentors and mentorship so that I can maybe learn something to start some kind of business, because I don't want to be a entrepreneur. I actually had entrepreneur in my bio for a while, and I took it out because of a message that Gary was talking about, how like people have this in their bio nowadays when they haven't sold much. And I was like, oh, that's kind of me. Let me figure out how I can kind of build and hone my skills. And so I'm trying to reach out to other people and kind of use that guidance to help people, because that's what has brought me on this journey. So I guess I'm just trying to build more relationships with people, as well as figure out a path to potentially make money so I can get in more masterminds and create more relationships and feel like I'm guiding people in the right direction with an understanding that I actually know some of the stuff that I'm trying to teach.
No doubt. Well, first of all, bro, I just want to say, yo, you are doing it, bro. Like, honestly, like, you're very humble. And that's one of the biggest things at your age is I meet a lot of 19-year-olds that think they know it all. And their ego gets in the way. And they actually think they know it all, right? They actually think, like, they're already this fucking big entrepreneur. They can coach and teach everybody. And, you know, you seem very humble. And that's huge. That's one of the big things I look for when I'm going to mentor someone at your age. And 19 years old is, like, my ideal like mentee age. Like my last so for instance, like Elite Daily, my intern was 19 years old. I mentored him to become the CEO of Elite Daily. In under 4 years, he sold a $50 million company. My partner now, Brian Donovan, he was 19 years old when he came to Founders. He's now built multiple 7-figure companies with me, and he's one of the lead coaches for my systems accelerator. So like 19, man, you this is the age, bro. And it's all about truly being a humble student, getting out of, you know, the ego, knowing that you know nothing, and that's okay. You're here to learn and just being open to that, asking questions. So you're already doing it, and you have that mentality and that mindset, and that's huge, bro. That's going to help take you to a lot of places because you're humble in that way. I would tell you, as much as you want to help others, you got to help yourself first. So as much as you want to go out there and you want to like probably guide a lot of people, I would tell you like patience. A lot of people that are young, they see us out here, guys like me, and they see us launching things and helping others, and they want to go and become a coach, and they want to be a consultant teaching others or a thought leader. Patience, bro. You got time. Right now for you, 2 things. Go all in on self-education. So go all in on, you know, continuing to learn, self-educate yourself. Really, what I would tell you, one of the greatest things that you can do, and I usually do this every year. I haven't done it in the past year because I've been focused on some projects, but I do something called the Millennial Apprentice Campaign. I'm going to launch a new apprentice campaign, but become an apprentice. And it's similar to becoming an intern. But I mean like a real apprentice, meaning like Garrett talks about it too, right? Like work for free if you have to, but go and find someone that aligns with your core values, someone that you want to model, someone that you respect, and become and do anything and everything to be an apprentice of theirs and just be in that room. Like the reason why I became so successful is because I hustled to be in those rooms and provide value and be an intern. I started off with my first mentor as an intern, doing things, printing out documents and asking him questions so I can learn how to read income statements, balance sheet, understand how to do research, understanding publicly traded companies, understanding what platforms to use to trade stocks. So like right now, you should just be How can I become an apprentice? Do whatever, even if you gotta like eat shit, bro, and live like, you know, live in a way that's like crazy, right? Like a $500 apartment, 1-bedroom studio somewhere that's like to just, but that's close enough to go to that office, be an intern, show up at that office every day, be like, I'm not leaving, I'm dedicated, I'll do whatever it takes, do things to be able to become an apprentice for people that you really respect, because that's gonna take you so fucking far, bro. Like earning that respect and learning under someone that you actually know. That's my first advice. And the second would be is between now and 24, 25 years old,
Yeah.
take a lot of risk. Take a lot of risk, bro. Swing. Like, but do it and not in the way where you're going to try to do everything. Like so many entrepreneurs that are young, they're like spread thin. They're here, 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 here. Their focus and their energy is going 100 places. And then I speak to them and they're like, yeah, bro, I got this company and that company and this company and that company and this company and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing this. And I'm like, whoa. And they think they look cool because they think they're serial entrepreneurs by the time they're 21 years old. But the truth of the matter is that I think they look foolish because most people that I know that are actually wealthy, billionaires, they typically do one thing really fucking good. They're not doing 100 things. I used to be the guy that was guilty of doing 100 things. And I ended up having a lot of failures that taught me a lot. And those were blessings and gifts. But now I know it's about finding a few things that you're really good at and really going in on those things. So for you right now, in that process of you finding what those things are that you're really great at, those things that you're really passionate and you're skilled at, you got to just be an apprentice and then take some risks. But I would tell you, like, don't do like 10, one at a time, and like go all in on those. But don't be afraid to fail, bro. Don't be afraid to fail. Take risks, experiment with getting started, and really understand what your foundations are. Like, get clear on what your, at your age, you should be really thinking about what are your values, and that'll maybe change as you get older. But right now, what do you truly value? What are your core values that you know that every day you're gonna live by, right? Like maybe it's trust and transparency. Maybe it's responsibility. It's a good one, meaning like I'm responsible for my success. I'm responsible for my failure. I will never blame and use any excuses about external circumstances or point fingers at other people. I'm responsible for my own success. And now you start living from a place of responsibility. Figure out what those core values are that you want to live by. Figure out what your commitments are. What are you committed to? Like, write it out, journal it out. What am I committed to? I'm committed to my personal growth every day. I'm committed to that thing. Also think about, what is your routine? What are your routine and rituals? Every single day, I have a routine and ritual. So every day, I know I got to wake up. I got to freaking make my bed. I got to meditate. As much as sometimes I don't want to, I got to meditate, because if I don't, I know some things just go wrong. Like, I just trip up a little bit more. I'm a little more anxious. I'm a little bit more kind of reactive instead of responding from a place of like confidence and knowing how to like, okay, I don't need to react at this, So I meditate every day, journaling, writing some things out, writing out what are my wins for the day? What did I learn today? Okay. Just figuring out what your rituals are. What's your routine? Maybe it's push-ups every day. I'm going to just start off. Maybe I'm going to do 25 push-ups in the morning, but I'm going to do it every day. I'm going to be consistent, and I'm going to work myself up to eventually doing 100 a day. But routine, rituals, your commitments, your values. Get clear on your beliefs. Are you with me? I see you kind of, let's see. I don't know if he froze, guys. It looks like he froze. Froze, and Devin got, maybe his phone died or something, but hopefully he learned a lot there. I appreciate all of you guys that are been commenting on my posts, part of the 333 tribe. Big ups to all my 333 tribe members. Trust me, when you start seeing those threes, that means you're on the right path. You're aligned. Like, blessings are coming your way. Abundance is coming your way. Freedom is coming your way. More success is coming your way. But you just got to continue to be aligned to those values, to your foundations. to what I call your operating system, getting really clear to what your OS is. So I appreciate all of you guys. Continue to crush your day. And if you guys want to earn a live stream giveaway where I mentor you, we jam, we build a relationship. All you got to do is comment on my posts, hashtag 333tribe, tag a friend within the first 3 minutes and 33 seconds. So I highly recommend putting my post notifications on, the three little dots on the top right. Put my post notifications on. Comment if you're part of the 333 tribe, and you'll get either $100 cash giveaways, as well as mentorship sessions with me, coaching sessions, or even if you just want to vibe with me, build a relationship. So 333. So Devin, your phone overheated. I figured that I only have a couple more minutes. So Devin, I'm gonna bring you back on, and then we'll jump off in a couple minutes here. All right. So Devin, your phone overheated, but
Yeah,
hopefully you got me, bro. Hearing what I was saying, the foundations. So get clear on your values, get clear on your beliefs. What do you believe about money? What do you believe about, abundance? What do you believe about success? What do you believe about love? What do you believe about health? What do you believe about happiness? Write all the things down that you want to achieve, and what are your beliefs about them? From how you grew up with your parents, how you grew up, and what you read, the movies you saw, what do you truly believe about them? And if maybe you'll discover things that you need to change those beliefs to being more, just change them into being more forward thinking, into like, okay, now I actually am gonna be abundant. Now I know money flows, it's energy, it's a tool. So get clear on those beliefs, get clear on your values, get clear on your routine, your rituals. Take risks and become an apprentice, bro. Right now is the time for you to really become an apprentice and become a mentee, an intern.
Okay. One more question for you, because I know you have to go. But what would you recommend for right now? I have my podcast, and I've been trying to leverage by reaching out to bigger people like Ed Milet and Patrick David, and as well as yourself and some other people. And I don't know, for you, I know you were talking about it on one of the streams, how it takes a while sometimes to get the people on. And I've started conversations, and there's been conversations where like it seems like they were going to come on, and then things would switch, and then it might take like almost a year for them to come on. Do you have any recommendations of how to maybe get people on faster, as well as get more people to
Bro, I would say, listen, I get it, man, but your generation wants everything faster, bro. Take your time, man. What is your purpose? Why do you even want these interviews so fast? You're 19. Take your time. Like, get clear on why are you doing the podcast in the first place? What is your goal with it? Because if they're not jumping on right away, it's probably because they don't even understand what your goal is with the podcast. What do you stand for? What is your mission with the podcast? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes if they're not jumping on right away, be okay with that, but still nurture the relationship, continue to engage with their content, bring value to them, maybe do something for them, get involved with their philanthropy, the projects, or, offer them ways that you can bring them value, but build relationships with them over the long term. There's some people that I want to even interview that haven't jumped on yet, right? Like Tony Robbins, but I'm okay with that. I continue to nurture that relationship every single year. And when the time is right, I'll be ready for it, but I'm not attached to it. So I would tell you, don't be attached to trying to get these big names on. If they're not ready, just continue to nurture that relationship, continue to push forward no matter what. And like the big thing with you, bro, is like patience, and don't be attached to the outcome of who's going on your podcast. Detach from that, become attached to the process every day of showing up and continuing to bring on people that do say yes and that aren't going to jump on with you right now, and just make sure maybe your process of how you're going about it should change. It should evolve, right? Like maybe making sure that people understand clearly what your mission is with it. And that's it, bro. That's one of my part of your advice. I got to jump. I have a podcast right now, but I appreciate you continuing to build that net relationship with me and to be part of the 333 tribe. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you took from this. So let me know, man. Shoot me an email, shoot me a DM. Let me know what you took from this, bro. And bro, I'm proud of you. Continue to keep showing up. You made it on this live with me. That's huge. You know, that's hard work. That's determination. That's resilience. So keep doing this, bro. It's working. You're building relationships. You're getting out there at a young age. So keep going, man. We need you out there. Continue to rise up as a leader. And I'm excited to see how your journey unfolds over this next decade. All right, bro? You're going to be really successful. I can feel it. I can see it. I believe in you, man, but you got to believe in yourself. All right? Keep showing up.
Definitely. Thank you so much, brother.
All right, bro. Peace. All right, everybody. I appreciate you all for jumping on the live with me, 333 Tribe. Big ups to all of you. Comment on my post notifications on, and maybe you'll be on this live with me next week on Friday. Peace from Seattle.